Howdy y'all, it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Today is March the 17th, 2019. Yes, what is that on my hand? It's sun. However, it's really cold outside. It's like just above freezing. If you know anything about Atlanta or northern Georgia, the weather's like this constantly. It can be 75 degrees one day, 32 degrees the next day, and that's just the way it is. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you today how to install the Equipment Defender. This is the V2, it's the newest backpack blower rack. Back in the background you can see my Echo 8010, and I do not have a rack for it, so I'm doing that now. This is not a hard install. There's a ton of pieces, parts, and bolts. I'm going to try to make this as simplified and short as possible. So, enough about me talking. Let's get to it. Step number one, you've got your base right here. This is where the blower sits. You've got a long steel straight rod. It's probably almost 2 feet. It goes into this channel right here, and there's 2 set screws that we're going to tighten. Equipment Defender gives you the Allen arms that you need, so we'll be using these, and just tighten the set screws. These are actually not Allen, they're Torx. All right, next step is to take the blower tube support arm and just slide it down on here. All right, so in my case, if you look inside the hole, you'll see one of these screws are in a little bit. Just run it out, and it'll slide down, and just leave it loose for now. Next step, you want to take this is the back support right here. You're going to put this over the steel rod like this and just leave that loose for right now. All right, next step is to take your lock assembly here, and we're going to call this the front, where you have the combination, and this is the back. I loosened these a little bit, and this just goes over the steel straight bar like this, and just so it doesn't slide down. Now, this is one thing I don't like about Equipment Defender. Okay, the coating just flakes right off when you put this on. Now that's going to rust. So these things aren't perfect, but it is what it is. Okay, next we're going to be looking for the bent rod, which is right here. All right, so this bent rod, this is the bent steel rod. It's going to go through the other arm here like that. You've got your securing bar right here. It's got this piece that pivots, and you got a nub or a ball on this end, and you should have some collars that look like that. They've got a set screw in them. So what you want to do is you want to put a collar here, then slide this down. Okay, and then put another collar. So you made a little sandwich. Now this is going to end up being adjusted to wherever your blower is. Obviously I don't have this adjusted yet, but we're just doing this like this. So this would need to go out like that. Okay, so there we go. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to take the front bumper portion. It's got rubber on it, and there's these 2 arms. These maybe look to be made of aluminum. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thread locker and I'm going to apply it You just apply some to the threads. And then screw it in. All right, next step is we're going to take the tube holder bracket. This will mount the tube to this arm, depending on which way you want the blower tube to face. We're just going to start out with this for right now. Okay, so I've got the bracket on here, and you just attach this like this. So this piece is going to bolt up against that. All right, so just kind of getting my slide adjusted here. All right, so this would come over. And fit like that. Oops. Pardon me for getting in the way of the shot. So I'm just going to do like a rough fit here just to hold it just a little bit. All right, so this collar takes a Torx T20 tamper-proof. And I only own one tamper-proof Torx, and it happens to be the right size. This is a 40, a 50, a 30, and this tiny little thing. I think they gave me the wrong, I don't think this little one goes to anything. I haven't seen it so far. So I'm going to call Equipment Defender in the morning and see what's the deal with that. But anyway, you can buy these at the store. I think they just made an error. All right, so the blower is in there. I got this bar right here pretty level, and then this just comes out and swings over like that. All right, I apologize for shooting into the sun, but there is no other way to do this. So I went ahead and drilled the 2 holes and fastened the blower rack to the trailer. It is extremely sturdy. I've got everything pretty much adjusted. I went ahead and put this bracket on. This bracket is, at first it's a little confusing, but this bracket is designed to prevent the blower from being lifted out. I don't think it would, even with this on, I don't think it would ever come off or out, but I went ahead and did it. So I tightened up all the set screws. I had to play around with the blower tube itself to get the angle right. But the tube on this 8010 is just, not only is the diameter massive, it's just the length is massive too. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the camera back on the tripod, because there is no way that I will be able to do this without both hands. This blower is very cumbersome. Thank goodness it's not very heavy. All right, so hopefully the sun is not going to ruin this too much. But anyway, so the idea is just to tilt it in. I've got the tube set up. Okay, and then take the swing arm, put it down, and it's supposed to compress on the blower just a little bit. That is steady, stable. The tube arm is good, and then just lock it and nobody's going to get that out. So let me give you a shot of this with the rack in. Okay, so everything is tightened down, everything is adjusted. And there's a lot of different ways you can do this tube, but I don't think I will have any problem with it sticking up right here, because the right, as far as I'm going to go, is right here, and the Honda sits right here. So yeah, but this sucker's not going anywhere. All right, so the only thing left for me to do is to change the combination to the one that I want, and this project is complete. I'm glad I'm finally able to get this on here and I don't have to continue to carry my handheld blower. That thing is really good for just blowing off grass and stuff on concrete. But when you're trying to blow leaves out of beds, nothing is going to do better than this 8010. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for sticking with me on this video. If you have any questions on the rack install or anything like that, then just give me a comment. If you had a different way, a different place that you mounted your blower rack, then by all means leave a comment, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.